what we're going to be doing today is that behind me are 4 doors down the corridor which are linked to the fire alarm system. So when the fire alarm sounds, the doors close, just like this. What's been happening is that the door closers have been failing. They've been in for about 10-12 years, and although, because they're holding open every day, 5 days a week anyway, the magnets on them become weaker and weaker, and the doors are moving slowly further in. 3 of them I've already changed, so we're on to the last one to change, which is going to be this one here. It's not failing completely yet, but it's starting to show signs that there's more of a gap between the door and the wall, so it's losing its power to hold the door open. So what we're going to be doing is a straightforward replacement of the door closer, and once it's fitted, like the other doors, it will hold open completely. We just go around, as you can see, it's held well back towards the wall there, so it's holding the door open completely. Once the fire alarm sounds, it will close. So that's today's job. Alright, so a couple of weeks ago I filmed the intro where I was going to replace this door closer. And unfortunately I never got a chance to do it, so let me show you now. As I've explained, the door closers have gradually got worse over the years, but let me show you now exactly what's happening. These particular door closers are designed to hold the door open, so when it's switched on, the door's open, it will hold the door in the open position until the fire alarm sounds, and then they'll close until we're released. What's happening now is, as you can see, it's very slowly closing, so it's not holding the door at all anymore. So that's why we're going to replace the door closer. Right, having established that we needed to replace the door closer because it's not working properly, we ordered a new one. We ordered it from Screwfix and it cost £314.45. That's as of April 2024. So let's have a look inside to make sure everything's there and give you a view of what you get in the set. Okay, so I've already broken the seal there. It was only a bit of sellotape. So let's open up and have a look and see what's inside. So the sides come out there and up here. So the first thing we've got inside is this is a new slide front cover. It goes on afterwards. So really it's the last thing you need, but it's the first thing in the box. Bit of packing. Then we've got various sets of instructions. So we've got a set here that appear to be mostly in German or Dutch or something like that. I can't quite work out. I'll use a Google Translate on that and I'll have a look at it and see where I can find out what it is. You have a set of a template marker so that you can fit it to the door, and it will show you where the door closer fits and line up screw holes and things like that for you, so it makes life easier. And you have a full sheet set of instructions which opens out like this. We're not really going to need those because all we're doing is taking off the unit and replacing the main unit. So we're only actually replacing this part. Let's have what else we've got. We've got a little bag of screws here. So these are fitting screws and bolts and things for the main unit. We also have another little bag of screws with some raw plugs, a couple of screws, a couple of raw plugs and some little black screws in there. These are for this unit. So this unit here is if we were fitting this from new, we would wire this to the fire alarm system, and this is what links it to the fire alarm system. So when the fire alarm system sounds, it cuts the power to this and releases the magnet, the door closes, as you saw earlier. We're not going to be using that, so that's just a spare part. We can keep that for the future use. You never know, it might come in handy. You have the arm which goes to the actual door frame, so that part fits onto the door frame and that part fits onto the top of the unit. That's the actual arm for the door closer. And we have the main body, which is quite a heavy lump, but it is a completely sealed unit. It's full of oil, there's a piston inside, and that's pretty much it. So another little cover cap there, so because you're only going to be using one of these, and there's one top, one bottom, so whichever one you use, you then cover the other one, just to make it look nice. That's all that's in the box. So the first thing we're going to do is remove this front cover. That slides out. And then we're going to disconnect this cable, which is the link to the fire alarm system. We can pull that out quite safely. We don't need to isolate the fire alarm to do this. Just put that over there out the way, so we'll get that easily later. So having removed the cover, we can now see we have 4 screws holding the unit to the door, and we have the arm still attached. The arm has an Allen key bolt at the top, which we'll need to remove. This is a sprung unit, so it's under pressure, so it's going to be quite difficult to remove first of all. So what we might need to do is to use the bolt underneath. We could just use it with a pair of grips or something like that. And what I'm going to be using is the new arm that's going to come with this, that I'm not going to use, just to take the pressure off, so I can pop this up using a little bar. Okay, so let's do that. And we're going to start by removing the Allen bolt at the top. Comes out quite easily, there's no pressure on that. Put that up there out of the way for now. We're going to use this bar just to take the pressure off. And you can see the top one moving a little bit, and then we'll work that so we can just undo that bar. It's lifting now, there it goes, and it's off. Right, just swing that out of the way so it doesn't scratch the door or anything, and then release the bottom one and take that off. So the unit is now completely isolated. What we can do now is just loosen the 4 screws that hold it to the door. Make sure it's not stuck in the paint or anything. And then remove the screws one at a time. Get them on in a minute. And keeping hold of the weight of the door. Door closer, because they are quite heavy. We don't want it to swing down and scratch the paint. If it fall onto the floor, it might damage the flooring or something like that. So, especially with these sort of sharp edges. So we'll take that and we'll lift that away and let the arm swing down. That's it. And we'll take this away. It's quite a heavy unit. We've now got the new unit, and we're going to pop that up. Pop one screw in. And get it hung on one screw, just put it about halfway in. Again, keeping hold of the weight, you don't want this to swing around or move anywhere. Set the screw in. And excuse me while I didn't pick the one up off the floor, I've got that now. Third screw, start that in. Once they're all started, we can then tighten them all up. No particular order, it's just that we want them in properly and tight. Now with the new arm, before I'm going to put that on, I'm going to go and get the new bolt that comes with the set, because I don't want to use the old bolt. I have the new bolt ready. I'm going to put that there ready. And we're going to use our alarm again, just to help us line this up. Under pressure, so it'll need a little bit of movement on there. There it goes. And it's dropped straight on, that's fantastic. So we can pop that out of the way. Pop the bolt in the top and screw it back down. Just want to make sure it's nice and tight at the top there. Do the bolt up and secure it. Finished. Off down there. Don't over tighten it. What it's doing at the moment is the arm didn't drop down completely, so it's just pulling that arm down into position. So a couple of turns, there it goes. That's it. Not over tightened. That's all now secure. So last couple of bits to do. We can slide our new cover plate on there. We can reattach the fire alarm system to the door by just connecting that in there. And we can add a little cover to the underside there. Just screw that on there. That's it, clipped in, that's it, good. That's it, now ready for testing. The door's all ready now for testing, so the first thing we're going to do is make sure it closes, it doesn't overly slam or whatever, so it controls the door closing. So when the fire alarm goes off, it will close the door or release the door, and the door will close slowly, and then the last little bit it will just drop in. There it goes, and then that the two doors together, and it has the fire strip down the centre there, so it'll all seal off. So let's try and see if it holds the door open. Hold the door open, put the switch on, let go, and it's now holding the door perfectly. So that's absolutely wonderful. It's all fixed, it's ready to go, it's connected to the fire alarm. That's it. So thank you very much for watching. It was a nice, simple, straightforward replacement door closer.